which of our contestants can hang tough tonight on Dog Eat Dog.
Dog Eat Dog, the ultimate step up or shut up game. This short run reality game show in the early 2000s provided a new attitude to the genre. And this Dog Eat Dog style show, ironic that's the name, right? Contestants battled in physical and mental competitions with social strategy in order to win $25,000. The series premiered on June 17th, 2002 on NBC after a strong premiere in the UK with our own host, Brooke Burns, who was known at the time for her time on the TV show Baywatch. The show had a very simple game structure, but before they got started, they were able to know their competitors. The 6 contestants were sent off to a training camp before the show, where each contestant would be able to test their physical and mental strength for all the other competitors to see. This would be the first part of the game. Contestants would be able to play up, play down their abilities, so it could lead to possible success later in the game. Later, once they met the host in the studio, they would be lined up on 6 podiums. Brooke would then show the contestants the challenge where they would be tested unique challenges. Challenges would include walking in heels across the balance beam to retrieve a purse over water, guessing correct answers, where every wrong answer made them remove a piece of their clothing, or forcing themselves to cry at statements said by eliminated contestants. Yeah, this was a pretty brutal show if you didn't watch it back then. It was insane. But in order to get into the challenge, the contestants would vote on which contestant they would want to compete in that challenge. If there was a tie in the vote, the dog pound would break the tie and select the competitor, other than the first round, where a revote would take place. But we'll talk about the dog pound later. The contestant that was sent into the challenge would have to win the challenge in order to stay in the game. If that competitor failed, they would be sent to the dog pound, a fenced-in area on the other side of the studio where the eliminated contestants would sit until the end of the show. However, if the competitor did win the challenge, they would be able to choose one of the contestants that voted them into the challenge to be automatically sent to the dog pound in their place. That's what you call sweet revenge, baby. This setup would continue for 3 more rounds until the final 2 players were remaining in the game. These 2 contestants would then compete in one final challenge, a head-to-head competition, in order to be that episode's top dog, while the loser of this competition would be the final member of that episode's dog pound. These challenges would range from 2 different styles, in endurance and how long could you take this, or which person would be able to do the most things in the shortest amount of time. This would lead to the final stage of the show, where the dog pound could get their revenge on the top dog. Remember when I said earlier that the winner would be awarded $25,000? Yeah, either the top dog or the dog pound would be given the money. So in case the dog pound won, they would split the money, collecting $5,000 apiece. The round would consist of the top dog challenging the dog pound to answer questions, where if the dog pound answered correctly, they would be awarded a point, and if they answered wrong, the top dog would get the point. The first to 3 out of 5 would win. The top dog would be shown the category of the question, and then they would be able to select which pound member they would want to answer the question. The only problem with this is that once a pound member was selected, they were ineligible for the rest of the game. These categories included things like history, fashion, sports, education, and trust me, a ton of other topics. And at the end of all this, whoever got 3, like I said, would win that sweet, sweet money. Unfortunately, the show would only go for 2 seasons and a total of 26 episodes. Now, this show had a pretty badass style that was like anything else at the time. Personally, it was one of my favorite shows at the time. Nothing that we've seen before And it was in the beginning of this age of reality competition shows, game shows, just a whole new genre that just came in the early 2000s. But like many shows at that time, great concepts just came and went, and only the few that stick around did. But it's nice to take a look back at some of these shows and see what they came. Thanks for watching. Comment down below on what you want me to cover next in our next video, consisting of game shows, reality competition shows, and many more. And also make sure to subscribe